Hotep, peace and love, everybody. Ahati Maat. Welcome to the teachings of Maat Study Guide Sundays. Melanin and Dark Consciousness book study guide by author, the great Tehuti Amun Hotep Ra. Before we begin, and I introduce everybody on the panel, we like to start everything out with our affirmation. Our beautiful affirmation on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Unki Ma'at, Un-N-S, Nintet Oset Ma'at, Men Hapapet Ma'at, Her Inkui, Per Iku. I live for Ma'at. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Ma'at. Every day I advance towards Ma'at. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Peace and love. Welcome, everybody. I would like to introduce their good brother, SCRIIBE. Lamar SCRIIBE Owens is a writer, poet, spoken word artist, audio producer, engineer, healer, spiritual advisor, consultant, and business creator. He is a master student of the Natiru, a true follower and protector of Ma'at, a scribe of Tehuti and Ma'at. He studies under the master teacher, Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. For the scribe, quality always outweighs quantity. He enjoys observing reality and incorporating these observations into his writings and creations to assist in awakening of dormant DNA and reversing of negative hypnosis. Next, we have the beautiful Ahati Maat. Ahati Maat was taught under the great Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. He has been a serious student and teacher of Kemetic culture and history for several years. He has written multiple books, including a textbook called Journey of Your Soul series, essays, and articles. Furthermore, he hosts in-person and online classes, weekly podcasts, and periodically creates documentaries. He also has experience in public speaking and academic debating, and he is responsible for the
Matrix. Got him.
Uh-oh.
Come on, brother. Come back to us. Come back to us. Come back to us.
Shout out to everyone out there. Peace and love to the chat. Looks like our good brother Arcad got froze up.
He'll be back.
Yeah, we'll wait for him to come back.
Come back.
But in the meantime, I definitely want to give everyone a shout out. Thank you for joining us this evening. You know, it's going to be an interesting and very fun episode. The great brother Arcad is going to bring some information for us. And while we wait on this brother to come back, we'll go over the website, teachingsofmaat.org. Peace to the great brother Rebel Minded. Let's see if he's Menku Ra. Peace to you, my brother. So yeah, I'll go ahead and proceed with the website. All right, so this is the teachingsofmaat.org website, and this is our home hub. This is where you can find all information regarding the Tehuti's pod class and the Teachings of Ma'at organization. All right, so one important thing that we encourage everyone to do is to join our newsletter. It's free, and it's a weekly newsletter that we put out every week for you all, and we compact a lot of information in there, so it's an excellent quick read for you all. And the only way to get a hold of it is to subscribe right here through your email address. So you just put in your email address and click sign up, and then once you do that, you'll be added to our newsletter list, and you'll start to receive that. All right, so it's excellent. The great brother Ahati Maat is going to go over the newsletter and show you all what you'll be receiving with that. All right, so there's a lot of information here on this website. The shop download section. This is the merchandise. Members get 10% off for as long as you're a member. So it's an excellent deal, and we'll be adding a lot of stuff. You know, we're just in our incubation phase, and we're growing and we're expanding. So you know, thank you all for being here early during the journey of us all creating and manifesting and bringing forth this into the physical reality, you know, to be able to leave something positive and enlightening for our children. All right, so thank you all for being here and supporting. All right, so here's our merchandise here. You can purchase Saba Tehuti's ebooks, Stepping Out of the Matrix, Volume 1. All right, we have a complete breakdown of this, 13 episodes in our channel, in our playlist, the Stepping Out of the Matrix playlist. So if you haven't caught up on those, go back and watch those. And it's packed full of a lot of information. That was a very fun breakdown. And now we're working our way through Melanin Dark Consciousness. So this is the book that we're breaking down. If you have not purchased this, just click the buy now. And it's $10 and you'll get it directly to your computer, the ebook. So this is beautiful. We're working on some more stuff here as well. And so here's the 3 affirmations. The Tehuti's affirmation, the Makaru, victory voice affirmation, and the Kemet foundational ideals. All right, so I encourage everyone to download all 3 of these. They're free, and read them every day. It's that frequency of the tone of speaking that creates your reality around you. So being in alignment with this frequency here will always carry with you throughout the day, whenever you start in the morning with it, and as you travel your nightly travels, whenever you lay down and get some rest. All right, so these are beautiful tones to speak, and they're right here for you for free to download and do what you will with them. So that's beautiful information right there. And lastly, I'll go over the members only access section, and this is free as well to get in here. So once you get, you'll create your account, sign in, and then once you sign in, you'll gain a whole lot more access to information that we're providing for you all to add to your libraries and just add to your arsenal of information. The actual PDF teachings, a webinar speaking on it and teaching on the PDF teachings, and an audio book. The great brother Ahati has some excellent, I recommend everyone to go in and purchase these webinars here. They're packed full of information, very important information that we all should know and understand. All right, so, and it's also they're in 3 different languages, so also Swahili and also Spanish as well. So you can listen to it in Espanol or Swahili, so that's beautiful. And this is in the members only access section. Just create your account and sign in. All right, and there's also 1-hour virtual sessions that we're offering for any of you all who would like more personal one-on-one classes and expanding and teaching on a specific subject. So that's here as well. All right, so with that being said, I'll stop sharing the website. Oh, great brother Arcad, you're back. Are you back? Let's hear.
Yeah, I don't know if I was having some technical difficulties. Yeah, can y'all brothers hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, I went ahead and just started introducing the website. And great.
When did I cut off?
I think you was introducing Ahati.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you can introduce yourself and pass it to the good brother Ahati.
Hey, y'all, it's Arcad InfInIte. Y'all know, peace and love, everybody. Ahati Maat. I am the chairman of the chat of the organization. I'm a student of the master teacher, the great Tehuti Amun Hotep Ra. I'm the host of this weekly book study, and I'm a true-hearted follower of truth based on ancestral artifacts, a love of my people unconditionally, and dedicated to Kemet and learning the metal netter at all times. Peace and love. Ahati, my good brother.
Makaru, brother, Makaru. Excellent.
Makaru, my brother.
All right. Peace to the chat. I see some members in the chat. Peace to you. To everybody else that comes out consistently every Sunday, and to the new people that might see this in the future. Peace to you. So I like to start off most of the shows by giving a good Makaru, good hailing session to get our spirits up, get those vibrations moving in a positive direction for the rest of this week. So Isfet, or now being called Chaos, could never phase us again. So here we go. You're familiar with Saba's Ahati Maat? Well, this is your victory voice. So I'm going to read the blue line, which is the Medu Netter, and then I'm going to read the English line, which is in red, and you can download this for free at the website. So it starts off with Neb Ma'at per M Ma'ati. Hail Mahat is everything. We come forth from her. Henu Saba Tehuti Amun Hotep Ra. Hail Saba Tehuti. Henu Kemet. Hail Kemet. Makaru, Makaru, Makaru. Victory, victory, victory. That is our victory voice. All right, let's get into this fantastic. My brothers are growling. Let's get into this fantastic newsletter that we put together. If you look at the newsletter right now, it actually looks like one of these one-page developed websites that you see online currently. It literally looks like a website. That's how great it looks. And all you have to do is go to the website when you get a chance, hopefully sooner than later. And you just right on the homepage, you'll see the homepage. You scroll all the way down the homepage. You'll find a slot that says to put in your email. You put in your email. You hit that red sign up button. And guess what? You'll get this consistently week after week. The great thing about our newsletters is even if you miss a week of the show, you'll always get to the point, right to the point, breakdown, summary of what the speaker talked about tonight. So, it starts off on page 1 with teachings of Ma'at. The movement begins with you, because with all movement, it takes action, and it can't happen with you, the viewer, the member, whoever you are that's listening and watching this tonight. The movement begins with you. Book study breakdown in news, issue 20, January 22nd. We always put the issue number. We always put the date this way because we put Medu Netter. We put information in here too. It's not just in the show. So if you got to go back and make a quick reference because you're showing your auntie this or you're showing your mother this, you can find it easily. Then it says, greetings. Thank you to our consistent supporters and to everyone else who comes out and shows us love too. We appreciate you as well. Teachings of Ma'at is an organization that is founded on reciprocity. That means it's a give and take relationship. Thank you to those who understand and contribute. If you do not have the finances to give back to this great informational channel, give your time instead with service. And people have literally done this. They're starting to do this right now. Become a member. Now let's break out of the matrix. And like all organizations, we always have a mission that we're on. What's our mission statement for this movement? It is to bring back home to the mindset of Ma'at as many sisters, brothers, and their children as possible. Free melanated people from the Tamahu matrix. That's the Caucasians. If you don't know who the Tamahu are, you can learn all about them here and at our great Saba's podcast. That's every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can ask questions there. Keep scrolling down, you'll see our news. Now, this is what I was talking about before, where there's only a couple paragraphs here, and it's right to the point, so not to waste time. If you're on the go like me, and you're running late, you can quickly pull this up on your cell phone, and you can read this very quickly. So it says the speaker Ahati gave an excellent presentation linking two magnificent cultures, specifically the sexual goddesses Inanna, Sekhmet, and Auset. Inanna was a fierce warrior born from Anu, light energy in the physical form. His name, his frequency, fathered the Anuna or Anunnaki, who created the Sadeeki or Sumerians. However, who fathered Ra, and did he have ancestors too? And to find out more, make sure you subscribe, put your email in right now. It's real easy. You can go to the QR code right here, scan it with your phone, put your email in, hit that red sign up button, and you can find out who are Ra's ancestors. And this is what I love about this too is the artistry. I love artists, and I love graphics, just like my ancestors. And the good brother Arcad InfInIte and the SCRIIIBE are the graphics team right now. I know There are artists out there listening to us. I know there are people out there that can draw, paint, and don't think you're good enough. Well, we think you're good enough, you can join us, because these brothers definitely will welcome your assistance. So as you can see, we're still continuing with the Medu Netter here. This is from last week's speaker's teachings, and it's dealing with the Sabit and the Sabatacha. The Sabatacha, which is another name for Venus. Yes, tens of thousands of years ago, the ancient ancestors were already naming the solar system we're in. So it's great info. So check out this newsletter. And he even put in what I said last week when I gave the teachings. So I appreciate that, brother. I didn't even know you were going to do that. The main thing that I like about this is the occur that I spoke about last week, the two lines facing in opposite directions. Okay, so you keep scrolling down, and there's ample opportunity to keep checking out this study guide or the website. You just hit the QR code. Now, to become a member, some of you might be thinking right now, well, how do I become a member? I thought I'm a member just by coming to a YouTube channel and sitting in the chat. Well, with this movement, it takes service. So to become a member, we're looking for writers, editors, managers, digital designers, social media content creators, organizers for physical meetups. If you have a skill or talent that could be beneficial to the Teachings of Maat organization, contact the leadership at teachingsofmaat.org. Contact the leadership at teachingsofmaat.org. Now, I want to reiterate something. A lot of you that are consistent here, you know I say this every week, but Kemet was a nation first. I want to reiterate that. It was a nation first. I do not care if you're a Muslim currently. I don't care if you're a Hebrew Israelite currently. I don't care if you're into Christianity. I don't care if you worship unicorns. I don't care if you dance around on one foot because you believe the Easter Bunny's coming. We need you because Kemet was a nation first. Not everybody in the nation is doing what me, the scribe, and Arcad is doing, and nor do we want them to do that. Because to build a nation, you literally need people that have skills that can build things too. So you are welcome. If you have a talent that's on here and you don't think you meet up to the talent for whatever reason it is, let me tell you that we can help you develop your talent and skill. All it takes is going to the website and reaching out to us. Okay, so the things to consider before skipping this study. What are the weekly studies about? They are based off the teachings of Tehuti. Tehuti is the Saba. If you're new, this is our great teacher, Saba Tehuti, Amun Hotep Ra. Again, you can catch his pod class at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So the teachings are based off of his teachings and our ancestors of the Nile Valley, a way to connect our community of truth seekers with the leadership of the teachings of Ma'at. You are now witnessing his wisdom in action. Similar to all movements, information without good vibration manifests nothing. Join us. So, if you've been searching your entire life like me for a teacher teaching that can free you from fear, stress, worry, anger, then you found the right home. Even if you are very knowledgeable about Ma'at and Kemet, so you teachers out there that are listening to us too, we welcome you. Then we could use your service to free the minds of our people. All are welcome. Scribe shared a little bit about his great merch. Scribe right now is the merch maker. And as you can see, we got stuff for the brothers, the sisters, the children right here. You can't really see them. But here's the deal. Here's the great thing about this. So you get 10% off your first purchase when you sign up for the newsletter. That's all you got to do. So to sign up for the newsletter is free. Then you get 10% off the merch. Okay, but if you join as a Teachings of Maat member, so those of you that are members and you don't know this yet, you get 10% off forever. So whatever is being created within the movement here, you get 10% off forever. So great deals. I'm excited because the scribe is always in his lab creating, and I can't wait to see what else he's going to bring forth to us. And like he showed, you have short sleeve, long sleeve hoodies. Now, this is our social media platform. You're on one of the channels right now. It is Teachings of Maat at youtube.com. Again, go over to Saba's channel. It's at Mystical TV on YouTube. Just put in Tehuti, Amun, Hotep Ra. It should come up in the algorithm, or just Google him. He should come up. Also, support our Twitter and TikTok. Support our Twitter and TikTok. Again, it's teachersofmaat.com. And then again, if you have any questions, we also have a messenger that pops up automatically when you hit our homepage. You could just put in whatever your question is. And again, to get there, just scan this QR code. Scrolling down some more, of course, we cannot do any of this without your support out there watching tonight and forever. So, real easy, just scan the barcodes here. You can scan the Cash App, you can scan the PayPal. You can also contact us through the email. And we also accept crypto at teachingsofmaat.wallet. There's one person now that sends crypto to Saba, so it is possible. You could send us crypto to teachingsofmaat.org. Donate, you can send it that way too. And there's multiple ways. And it doesn't matter if you have $1 in your pocket, that's fine. The point is we're trying to keep this energy moving because it's all about momentum. So those that have supported, I'm going to get to you, but those that I'm talking to in the future that will be supporting, I say thanks to you as well. So again, to support, to reach out, whatever it is, all you got to do is go to leadership at teachersofmaat.org. That's leadership at teachersofmaat.org. And then if you want to reach the great Saba, this is a great thing because here's a man that literally was the inspiration for me to create this book study tonight for you. And he's giving you his personal email. I don't know where that's going on anywhere else. If anybody knows, you can always let me know. But here is the leader giving you his personal email so you can contact him too. So his email is mysticaltelevision@gmail.com. It's mysticaltelevision@gmail.com. Okay, so here is the Maat membership. The Maat membership. We have active and non-active. If you want to learn more about the membership, contact us now. So the active members is Sadeeki, Asani, Oba, Allah. Peace to you, brother. Then we have the great Angie Martinez. Peace to you, sister. Then we have the non-active members is Anu Ka and Antu, the first female couple of Teachings of Maat. Sandra Carey, and then Big Vapes. So peace to you too. And just to let you know, this is for our purposes, but there's people now that are not active. They're actually doing work for me behind the scenes. So the people, once you come into the membership, everybody's getting active. We're not just sitting around talking. We're ready to get busy. So those are the members. Now these are the supporters. And this wouldn't be possible without you. So to the Maat supporters, we have Nito Campbell. Peace to you. We have Artisan Hawkins. Peace to you. True Seeker 22. Peace to you. E-Manifesto. Peace to you. Shannon Southard. Peace to you. We Get Leisure. Peace to you. Teddy Patty. Peace to you. And Mark Anthony. Look at that. Even Mark Anthony is supporting. Mark Anthony, peace to you. And we just had a lesson about you a couple weeks ago. So that's cool. All right. And that is the great newsletter. A couple more items and then we can begin this great show that Arcad is going to put on. So, that's not what I was looking for there. Okay, here it is. So right now, until SCRIIBE informs me that he stops doing it, he's sending out, I don't know how many business cards he's sending out with the merch, but on top of the discounts,
I usually send out a couple, 1 or 2 with every shirt purchase.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So you heard it right there. He usually sends out a couple with a purchase. So on top of the great deals, you're also getting business cards. These business cards are great because this is the front of the card. And all you have to do, the only thing you have to do if you're shy is just say hi. Hi, are you into knowledge? Yes, I am. Well, this might be for you. All you got to do is scan this QR code. Boop. They scan the QR code, the newsletter pops up. Oh, wow, this is great. And they sign up. Or you can go to the back of the card. Excuse me, that was the back of the card. This is the front of the card. They just have to scan this QR code and they automatically go to the Sunday study guide, or scan this QR code here and they go to Tehuti's podcast. I love it. It's so easy. It's done for you. So it's real convenient. So those are the business cards. And then finally, for the members, when you sign up, the active members, this is the front of the card. Ahati Maat, Amun. It's an active member. You will have your position. The positions are given to you by the SCRIIIBE, and he deals with that. So you can ask him about that. You'll get a position. You'll get your member number. You'll get the date you joined, and a section if you want to sign it. And then you have the commit color codes on the back there. And I live for Ma'at. And the reason why we're doing this is because once you have this in your possession, your license or whatever you're carrying around now as your ID becomes irrelevant, other than when you're jumping in and out and playing in the Matrix. This is your true membership. This is your true, our national identity, we could say, because eventually we wanted to get to that point. So this is a non-active member, SCRIIIBE or Ra. And this is a non-active member. They are supporters, and it's the same thing. You have your member number, the date you joined, and your signature and the commit color code. And another thing I want to add with these cards is they're basically, when you look at it, it's a remembrance of our ancestors, of the blood and the toil and the sweat and the pain and everything they went through for so many years. It's a remembrance to us to uphold the movement for them and their descendants. And let me sign off here. And lastly, I just want to say to everyone out there, so for time purposes, we love when people join the panel, and we love that everybody's so enthusiastic. But we're going to keep the discussion after the presenter speaks, because sometimes we speak for 2 hours. We're going to keep the we're going to keep the discussions after the presentations for around 20 minutes to a half an hour. So when you do come on, we're going to discuss what the speaker said a little bit. You could share what's going on with you in your life. And then after that, we're going to wrap it up because like me and everybody else, we have other things that we have to attend to. And we want to make this as exciting as possible. So we appreciate you. And great Arcad has a great presentation. I can't wait. There's some serious knowledge coming to you. So Arcad, take it over, my brother. Peace.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Hotep to the chat. Gonna get started here. The screen share going on.
Hey, one good second, great brother Arcad. I do want to show
brother.
this support that we got in. Let's see. I always like to show the great brother Nito Campbell first. To you, good brother, the most consistent brother that we know in the chat. All right, so appreciate you for always supporting. Nito Campbell, you can reach out to me, brother. I'll send you a shirt. As much support as you gave us, you know, just reach out to me, email me through the website, and we can make that happen for you. Because we definitely appreciate your support.
He says he loves the hoodie. Oh, I guess you already sent him a hoodie, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. He said I didn't receive a business card. Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I'll send something out to you, my brother. No problem.
Nito Campbell, yes, thank you.
All right. Here's Mark Anthony.
Nice.
1067. Great channel.
Nice.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right. Tua. All right. Great brother Arcad.
All right. Peace and love, Hotep. We're gonna get started with our presentation. Share my screen. Screen share. Is my screen sharing, everybody?
Yes, sir. It is up.
I can't see it. Okay, here we go.
We can't see you. We can't see you, Arcad, though.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, good. So I'm screen sharing, and I'm gonna start where you left off at. This was the page, right? Yeah. Okay. So, more generally, in geometry, engineering, graph theory, and many other contexts, the radius of something, e.g., a cylinder or polygon, a graph, or a mechanical part, is the distance from its center or axis of symmetry to its outermost points. In this case, the radius may be more than half the diameter. You know what, everybody? I didn't show everybody the cover. Let me just go show everybody that's new where we're reading at. So this is the book Melanin and Dark Consciousness by Saba, Tehuti, Amun, Hotep, Ra. And it was presented by SCRIIIBE and Ahati earlier in the week. So now we're on page 30, is it 3026? Way down here. I just wanted to show everybody that. They don't see I just jump in and start reading. Like, hey, what's going on? So we're reading from Melanin and Dark Consciousness. And this is where Ahati left off at last week. Right here. Right here. Okay, so more generally, in geometry, engineering, graph theory, and many other contexts, the radius of something, e.g. a cylinder, a polygon or graph, or a mechanical part, is the distance from its center or axis of symmetry to its outermost points. In this case, the radius may be more than half the diameter. And this is why it is called this, because radius is from the word Ra, meaning light, the sun, the circle, the atom or atom. So now back to the Natiru and conscious melanin and how it relates to birth and the gestation. Melanin, as we have gone over, is conscious, self-correcting, and sustaining. It is the manifestation of light consciousness that manifested here on earth as the Natiru, which are symbolized by what looks
me, Brother
like...
Arcad. Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember reading the wobble effect is best explained in terms of a spinning top. Yeah, I stopped on page. I stopped where it said the circle dot circumpunct or circle with a point at its center.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me go to this page then. The wobble effect is best explained in terms of a spinning top. As the top begins to lose momentum, it begins to wobble. It is this same kind of circular movement or wobble of the earth, which moving at a constant speed over long periods of time alters the direction of the polar axis. One revolution is completed every 25,920 years. The central point of revolution is called the pole of the ecliptic. The visual effects of a precession on the pole star. The wobble effect is best explained in terms of a spinning top. As the top begins to lose momentum, it begins to wobble. One revolution is completed every 25,920 years. A dot within a circle is a symbol of the precession. The central point of the revolution is called the point of the ecliptic, the fifth cardinal point, the dot within the circle. This is the eye of Ra. This is a great illustration by Saba, which is also the symbol for radius. As you see right here, this is the symbol for radius. So, in classic geometry, a radius of a circle or sphere is any line segment from its center to its boundary. By extension, the radius of a circle or sphere is the length of any such segment. The radius is half the diameter. In science and engineering, the term radius of curvature is commonly used as a synonym for radius. More generally, in geometry, engineering, graph theory, and many other contexts, the radius of something, i.e., A cylinder or polygon, a graph, or a mechanical part is the distance from its center or axis of symmetry to its outermost points. In this case, the radius may be more than half the diameter. And this is why it is called this, because radius is from the word Ra, meaning light, the sun, the circle, the atum, the atom. So now, back to the Natiru and conscious melanin and how it relates to birth and the gestation. Melanin, as we have gone over, is conscious, self-correcting, and sustaining. It is the manifestation of light consciousness that manifested here on earth as the Natiru, which are symbolized by what looks like 3 number 9s, and how it derived from the word nature, which means birth. Thus, as a microcosm or reenactment of that reality takes place during birth in the 3 periods which make up the 9 cycles of birth, the 9 months. During pregnancy, melanin works with what I call the triad of embryonic darkness. What happens is this: during the stages of the embryonic development, the ectoderm is split into 3 regions. Number 1, the perspective neural tube. Number 2, the perspective neural crest. Number 3, the epidermis. Melanin at this point becomes the creator, sustainer of life itself. Within the perspective neural tube, melanin creates the posterior pituitary gland, the brain, the optic vesicle, the spinal cord, and the motor nerves. Within the perspective neural crest, migratory cells form sensory nerves and ganglia, which receive impulses from the following sites: the sense organs, the adrenaline medulla, pigmented retina cells, cartilage of the voice box. The epidermis layer, melanin, sustains olfactory structures, the inner ear, hair, nails, lining of the mouth, the outer layer of the skin, and the pituitary gland. Melanin is a light molecule that creates all life. It is the creator manifest on the physical plane. In its original state, it would be considered proto-melanin in its early stage of light. In its physical form, it is an organizer of life and is drawn to the function of creation, as were the Natiru and all God forms discussed within organized religion. Scribe, can you turn the music down for 1 minute? I have to play. So, here it says, what happens in this stage during the early stages of embryo's development? The ectoderm is split into 3 regions: the perspective neural tube, the perspective neural crest, the epidermis. Melanin at this point becomes the creator, sustainer of life itself. Within the perspective neural tube, melanin creates the posterior pituitary gland, the brain, the optical vessels, the spinal cord, and the motor nerves. Within the perspective neural crest, migratory cells form sensory nerves and ganglia, which receive impulses from the following sites: the sense organs, the adrenaline medulla, pigmented retina cells, cartilage of the voice box, the epidermis layer. Melanin sustains the olfactory structure, the inner ear, the hair, nails, lining of the mouth, the outer layer of skin, and the pituitary gland. Melanin is a light molecule that creates all life. It is the creator manifest on the physical plane. In its original state, it would be considered proto-melanin. In its early stage of light, in its physical form, it is an organizer of life and is drawn to the function of creation, as were the Natiru and all God forms discussed within organized religion. So this small part right here, I'm going to break this down. I'm going to show this small part right here. I'm going to show a video. Saba showed a lot of videos Friday. I was inspired to show that. So if you guys would give me a second. I'm going to show a video that shows how melanin creates the neural tube. Give me 1 second. Is my screen still sharing? All right.
No.
No. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's get to this. Okay. Getting this screen sharing down, bro. Right.
Everyone hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you do that. Help the algorithm out.
My screen sharing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to show right here what I just read. That small portion of what I just read of how melanin develops in the embryonic stage. And this is from Kaplan Medical University.
It went blank.
Okay.
And we didn't hear no sound either, if it's supposed to have sound.
Okay. All right, let's try it again. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I had it queued up, man. My computer, I had to reset my computer. Let's go. Present. Screen share. Is it showing? Nope. Hold on.
Got the hand twisted now.
Huh?
Scribe showing off the
Yeah, I see that. He's showing his skill.
Yeah, it's
Hold
good.
on. This thing ain't. How you do this? Okay, here we go. All right. I got it. I got it. And wasn't playing sound?
No.
All right, let's see. Is it sound playing?
No.
Okay,
You may
so
have
that's
to
not
click a
going.
box. There's a box you click before you share. It's on the bottom left-hand side.
Okay. It's still playing in my background. All right. Hold on. Let's try it again. Presenter. Home. Okay.
Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I thought that was a video.
It's not going to show. It's no box to click. Where's the say
Are
for
you
sound?
clicking
share audio? Yeah, it says share tab audio.
If you're under share screen, there's a box that says share system audio, and you'll probably have to share it that way.
You know what? It won't show it through the window. That's what's going on. Okay, hold on. I gotta bring it up a different way. Let me exit out of this. Go home, and then go to where we at.
To everybody for your patience as our great brother gets his video up and playing. Definitely need to see this.
Yeah, I had a great video. I'm gonna get it working. All right. Can I make this big? Okay, present full screen. We're gonna do it like this. Boom. Okay.
Peace, Komet Heru Hancock. Peace to you.
Okay.
Good to see you in the chat.
All right, my entire screen should be sharing.
Yep.
Is it showing? So this is a video from Kaplan Medical University. And this is the development of the embryonic stage. And this is how melanin develops the embryo. And this is a short video from Kaplan Medical. Can you guys see?
Yes.
Yes.
No relation. You guys see all that darkness, all that black in there?
Looks like an egg yolk on the left.
Yeah.
The cranial end. Neural tube looks like a heart.
An ib. Yes, sir.
Here come the tadpole stage.
No different than chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. That was cool. I like it.
All right. So, as we can see, Kaplan University agrees with our Saba in his beautiful book. Let me go back to the reading and go back to the screen share. Screen share. Melanin Dark Consciousness. Boom. Okay, so that's what happens during the early stages of the embryonic development. And this is the ectoderm split into 3 regions. We're going to move right along. So as we can see, Kaplan University agrees with what Saba wrote in this book. So again, this isn't his opinion. This is what they say. Okay, so right here. And look what it says, guys. I just want to show this real quick. It says, it is the creator manifest on the physical plane in its original state. It would be considered proto-melanin in its early stages of life. And in its physical form, it is the organizer of life, which we just saw that. And it is drawn to the function of creation, as were the Natiru and all God forms discussed within organized religion. Christians always say to me, you know how I know there is a God? How? Because he wakes me up every morning. Who wakes you up every morning? Well, I say that what makes God then, melanin is God then. Because what most people do not know is that it is not God that wakes you up every morning. It is melatonin, the hormone of darkness. Nobel Prize laureate Julius Axelrod performed many of the seminal experiments that elucidated the role of melatonin. Elucidated means to make plain, to make simple. Elucidated the role of melatonin and the pineal gland in regulating the sleep-wake cycles, the circadian rhythm. In humans, melatonin is produced by the pineal gland, a gland about the size of a pea that is located in the center of the brain. Normally, the production of melatonin by the pineal gland is inhibited by light and permitted by darkness. For this reason, melatonin has been called the hormone of darkness. The secretion of melatonin peaks in the middle of the night and gradually falls during the second half of the night. Until recent history, humans in temperate climates were exposed to up to 18 hours of darkness in the winter. In this modern world, artificial lighting typically reduces this to about 8 hours or less per day all year round. Even low light levels inhibit melatonin production to some extent, but over-illumination can create significant reduction in melatonin production. Reduced melatonin production has been proposed as a likely factor in the significantly higher cancer rates in night workers and the effect of modern lighting practice on endogenous melanin has been proposed as a contributory factor to the larger overall incidence of some cancers in the developed world. As inadequate as blood concentrations may be in brightly lit environments, some scientists now believe that people's overnight output of melatonin can be further jeopardized each time they interrupt their sleep and turn on a bright light, suggesting that the lower brightness levels of a nightlight would be safer. Others suggest that such short exposures do no harm. So some scientists believe that people's overnight output of melatonin can be further jeopardized each time they interrupt their sleep and turn on a bright light, suggesting that the lower brightness level of a nightlight would be safer. Melanin. Melanin is constantly working and utilizing light to sustain life and human rhythm. Melanin gives light, rotational, and vibrational degrees of freedom. It absorbs its ancestor and works with it to continue creation, which is still ongoing. Creation has never stopped. This is why in Kemet, the word for creator is in actuality Kepera, which means to evolve, a circle of movement. This is an ongoing cycle in which melanin plays an irreplaceable role as a light conductor, in which you are the strongest manifestation of melanin and serves are the vehicle of this light and consciousness, thus more receptive to light messages and interaction with the cosmos through this liquid light. Scientists right now are in the process of trying to create and understand liquid light. Okay, hold on. Let me run this back. This is an ongoing cycle in which melanin plays an irreplaceable role as a light conductor, in which you are the strongest manifestation of melanin and serves as a vehicle to this light and consciousness, thus more receptive to light messages and interaction with the cosmos. You hear that? So you are more receptive to light messages and interaction with the cosmos through this liquid light. And scientists right now are in the process of trying to recreate and understand liquid light. Remember this, guys, because I'm going to do a lot of science today. Today is Science Sunday. Okay, we're going to do Science Sunday. How about that? All right, physics news update. The AIP Bulletin of Physics News, number 596, number 1, July 2nd, 2002, by Phil Shuey, James Riordan, and Ben Stein. Liquid light. Spanish physicists have shown how photons in a beam of laser light may be able to condense into light droplets with certain liquid-like properties. Laser light passing through a nonlinear optical medium can undergo self-focusing, the very presence of the intense light, with its strong electric and magnetic fields, can modify the material's index of refraction, causing the material to act like a lens. At some point, the streams of laser light making up the beam would have converged sufficiently to form a condensed state in analogy with the van der Waals forces, which create liquid drops from a gas cloud. These droplets would not be at rest, but would continue to move at the speed of light. Humberto Michelin and his colleagues at the University at Chalmers, Sweden, argue that the light condensates can be considered as droplets because his study shows that they have these properties in common with liquids. They have a surface tension, elastic resistance to being deflected, and can sustain vortices like those in superfluids. The light droplets, not yet demonstrated in the lab, would be useful as robust information, bits in future optical computers. Physical Review, East, June 2002. This connection to the cosmos is the connection to the original form of blackness itself, that which surrounds all, the blackness of dark matter. This was a lot. Liquid light. Okay. Let's see where we at. I'm gonna stop right there. Let me see. We got 29. So we got 1, 2. Okay. I'm gonna stop right here, guys. So I'm gonna break this down right here. I'm gonna show some instances of liquid light. I'm gonna show everybody this. I had read this to a few people and they were confused. So I decided that I was gonna not try to explain it to them, but I was gonna allow the scientists to explain it to them. So we're going to let me share my screen. Let me go back. Give me a second. We're gonna get this right. Screen share. Share my entire screen with audio. There we go. Am I sharing, guys? I'm sharing.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. What is the Mach-Zehnder modulator? The Mach-Zehnder modulator is what I just read to you guys about liquid light. A Mach-Zehnder modulator, or MZM, is an interferometric structure made from a material of strong electrical optical effects, such as LINB03, GAAS, INP. Applying electrical fields to the arm changes optical paths, length, resulting in phase modulation. Combining two arms with different phase modulation converts phase modulation into intensity modulation. The Mach-Zehnder modulator structure shown in Figure 1. The optical input, E-IN right here, is split into the upper and lower modulator arms that are phase modulated with two phase shifters driven by the electrical signals V1 and V2. That is over here when he says the electric magnetic fields, right here. And the arms that are phase modulated with two phase shifters driven by the electrical signals V1 and 2 are then combined into optical output E out. Before we analyze the above implementation in more detail, because let's look at a couple of MZM structures that have attracted a lot of attention lately due to the advancements in data center interconnect technologies and photonic integration. So this right here is this explained. This is a symbol or the graph of all of this, what's in this breakdown right here in Saba's book. So, you know me, Saba said, we'll get to the point where we'll just be providing information, where we won't be giving our opinion. So,
light has been a favorite subject of study since pretty much.
If you could stop the music, Scribe, I'm gonna play another video. Today is Science Sunday. We got a lot of science here, so I'm gonna play this video
forever, and it still has more amazing.
Let me run it back to the beginning here. If I could
hidden properties waiting to be discovered. Recently, researchers found that under the right conditions, light can behave like a liquid with particles that flow in unison.
Wait, let me run it back.
Light has been a favorite subject of study since pretty much forever, and it still has more amazing hidden properties waiting to be discovered. Recently, researchers found that under the right conditions, light can behave like a liquid with particles that flow in unison. That's right, liquid light.
Liquid
well, that's
light.
not quite right. Liquid is a useful analogy, but implies that light is in a liquid state, when really it's in a more exotic state of matter, namely a Bose-Einstein condensate, or BEC. Sometimes called the fifth state of matter after solids, liquids, gases, and plasma, a BEC is created when a group of particles acts as one giant superparticle. This can be done using entire atoms, like rubidium and potassium, cooled to near absolute zero. Like photons, atoms behave like both waves and particles, and as they cool to extreme temperatures, they lose momentum and their wavelengths blur together. Pioneering Indian physicists Satyendranath Bose and Albert Einstein predicted they could exist nearly a century ago. Because they require such low temperatures, Einstein thought it would be impossible to actually observe one. Turns out the impossible became possible in 1995, when the first Bose-Einstein condensate was created using roughly 2,000 rubidium atoms. A different technique for creating Bose-Einstein condensates out of light was discovered in 2010, and interestingly, it involves much more reasonable temperatures. When cooled, photons have a tendency to vanish into the walls of whatever is containing them. It's sort of hard to make several particles behave in concert when they keep running off and hiding. So the key is to keep the photons bouncing back and forth off of two curved mirrors placed just over a micrometer apart. In between the mirrors is a liquid dye, which repeatedly absorbs and re-emits the photons, cooling them to room temperature in the process. The mirrors aren't perfect, so some photons still get lost, but by keeping their numbers topped up with more photons from a laser, a Bose-Einstein condensate can be created and maintained. The same team that cracked this process is still tinkering with manipulating light, and in April of 2021 announced they had observed a phase change in a BEC, meaning they've seen two distinct phases of this exotic state of matter. Then in October, another research team announced that they had created light that acted like a liquid and demonstrated what they called social behavior.
Wait, did he say social behavior? Hold on, run that back. He said the light behaved socially? Hold on, let's see.
The scientists sent their cooled photons through and demonstrated what they called social behavior. The scientists sent their cooled photons through a structure known as a Mach-Zehnder interferometer. The interferometer splits into two paths that then rejoin and split again. A photon can travel down both paths simultaneously, but one path can be heated to change its length and make it so the photons are out of sync when they meet up again, creating an interference pattern. The researchers experimented with multiple interferometers that either had both exit paths open, both closed, or one open and one closed. Interestingly, with that last interferometer, the photons seem to decide which path.
Wait. Did he say the protons seem to decide? So they're conscious? So the light is behaving socially, and then it's deciding which path to take? Is that what he said?
Seem to decide which path to take. They went down the closed path, which the researchers postulated was a way for more of the condensate photons to stick together. This is why they called it social behavior. Research like these two recent studies is useful for studying the properties of Bose-Einstein condensates. What scientists learn may one day play a part in the encryption of quantum communications, for example. But even if these studies have no immediate application, it's nice to know that light still has plenty of surprises for us in store. If you like this episode on liquid light, you might also like this one about...
Wow. Thanks, Julian. Wow. Thanks to the scientists. So he said that the light behaved socially, and then it decided to take a different route. That's what he said. So then that means that light is conscious. That's what he said. So I want to play another video here. Have a little fun with this.
Julie does a whole section for us.
Have a little fun with this liquid light, guys.
You wonder how teachers going to come up with this stuff. Well,
can you guys
You're
see
the one, huh?
Can y'all see my screen? Is it still sharing?
Yes, it's still sharing.
Okay. Cool. We're going to have some fun with this liquid light, guys.
I love things that glow. Absolutely. And pick up your glow stick. These are the kind of things the kids are using out on the 4th of July, and they just want to know how they work.
How does it do
They're
that?
so intrigued by them. So go ahead and snap it in half.
All right, we can give them the lights because
And shake it
that's
up.
the fun.
This is a chemical reaction that's happening here. Now, sometimes when you have a chemical reaction, you'll see things like the color will change, things will bubble, there might be heat, but these are nice and cool. This is chemoluminescence, which means that it's releasing energy in the form of light.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
So
You do see them everywhere.
absolutely everywhere. And the kids think that they're battery powered, and of course they are not.
Battery
There's chemicals
powered.
inside, and she
Luminescent.
cuts it open to show you what the secret is. So Mark, I bet you've never seen this. Look at this.
Here it is. There's one chemical inside this ampule and one chemical inside this ampule. So that
Oh.
cracking sound that you hear
Hear that
is
cracking?
actually that those two
It's
ampules
kind of like
breaking
Da
in.
Vinci Code, where they had the thing, and if they broke it, it dissolved it.
But that's nice, science guy. I appreciate you working on that. So here is the cool thing: is that in China, they will take these liquids here instead of a unity candle for a wedding ceremony. They actually take the two liquids and pour them together on the altar. It's kind of a new generation thing. So look, here are the actual liquids. So Mark, put on your safety glasses.
Safety first.
All right. So you
Yes,
got it.
two of us to blow
That's
up our set
right.
on fire today.
All right, so pick up your little
These are-
mixture there.
These
So
are
there's
mine?
a two-part mixture, right?
Okay.
So now let's do this. Let's dim the lights first, and then as we mix, if you stay on that wide shot, and as we mix, you start to get to see it glow. Ready? Mix it in. There you go. Nice. That's just beautiful.
Oh, sure enough. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Great.
So beautiful.
So we get this liquid that glows. Now, bioluminescence would be like a firefly. Is that right?
Mm.
So
That's correct.
Bioluminescence. Listen to the words they're using, guys.
So here's what we were thinking. Look at what we have are the primary colors, Mark. We have red, green, and blue.
Oh, colors of the
Primary
night.
for
Roy G. Biv.
you are good. So
Thank
this is for no yellow, of course, in science. So it's red, green, and blue. So here's what we're going to do is bring the lights back up again. And I thought if you mixed them together, could you make white? So here's our handkerchief. So our handkerchief goes like this, and we're going to kind of lay it here. And now we just pour the liquid on the handkerchief. So go ahead and
All of
pour
it?
Yep, absolutely. So just
Okay.
kind of pour. So all together. Pour,
Will this
pour,
dissolve my
pour,
skin
pour,
if I...
Well,
Just a
kind of,
little.
not- just a little bit, just a little bit. And then you kind of mix it around like this. And now if you bring the lights back up again, take a look at some of the glow that's there. You start to see that color mixing that's there. And you get this beautiful kind of white
Look at
that you see there. So you can actually mix the colors and back and forth in this little container so you can actually see the glow. You can pick it up with the handkerchief, and voila, you've got it.
Thanks, Steve Spangler Science. Thank you. Did you guys catch that though? Y'all, did y'all catch it though? Seriously, what did y'all hear, brothers? Did y'all hear? I went Ahati Scribe. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all catch it?
We did, brother. We did.
You caught it?
You heard Steve. Yes.
Did you guys in the chats? Did you guys in the chat catch it? I can't see the chat, guys. I'm not gonna check it. But did you guys check it? If you didn't, let's see. Hold on. All right.
The secret is, Mark, I bet you've never seen this. Look at this.
Check this out in the chat, guys.
There's
This is where they're getting this information from. It was quick. They threw it in real quick. I slowed it down so y'all could catch it.
So that
Listen closely.
sound that you hear is actually that those two ampules
It's kind of like Da
breaking.
Vinci Code, where they had
Exactly.
the thing, and if they broke it, it dissolved the
I don't
virus
think
and all
this is
that.
on Da Vinci Code, but that's nice.
Code, where they had the thing, and if they broke it, it dissolved the
I don't
virus
think
and all
this is
that. It dissolved the
I don't
virus.
think
To
this is
solve the virus?
Fire code, where they
Exactly.
had
Solve
the
the
thing,
virus.
if they broke it, it dissolved the
I don't
virus
think
and all
this is
that.
on Da Vinci Code, but that's nice, science guy. I appreciate you working on
LOL. Okay, y'all see. So they said it. They said where they're getting the information from to crack the Da Vinci, to crack the papyrus. Okay. Y'all stealing it from the papyruses. This is where they're getting this information from, guys. So we're going to move right on ahead. We're going to move along here. So now let's go to what we read in the book. Let's look at some definitions here. So we had a little fun with liquid light. So now we know that light is conscious. Melanin is conscious because it can decide to take a particular path. It's social, right? So let's look at this. Let's look at the word day. The word day, Old English, dag period during which the sun is above the horizon. Also, lifetime, definite time of existence. Look down here, Proto-Indo-European, before the Tamahu means to burn. Not considered to be related to Latin. Which from Dayu means to shine. See that, guys? It means to shine. So the day, the word day means to shine. So it means light. So day means shine. Day means light. Okay. All right. Shine. Let's look at shine. So shine. Middle English, shining from Old English, sinan, to shed, send forth, or to give out light, to be radiant. Yeah. To be illuminate. to be conspicuous. Proto-Indo-European, to shine, to gleam. So you guys see that? To shine, to gleam. Light. This is light we're talking about. Melanin and Dark Consciousness is the name of the book. Let's have some fun. Let's look at some words that light relates to. So, light. This is a definition from Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Light. The steady giving off of a form of radiation that makes vision possible. And right here is a whole list of words that I put that are synonymous with the word light. So if you can see, you see daylight over here on the right-hand side. Daylight, sparkle, twinkle, shine, beam. Yeah, we know that. We know that. We know that, guys. We know that. And we know this too, right? Let's go to the Wallace Budge Dictionary. Aku. Aku means light, means beings of light. Beings of light. Divine spirits. Wait, so melanin means light. Aku means light, beings of light, divine spirit. You guys see that? This is on page 9 of the Wallace Budge Dictionary. Day. Heru. Heru means day. Everybody know that? I know you know that, Ahati. I know Scribe, you know that, my good brother. Do you guys in the chat know that the word for day is Heru? Right there it goes. Wallace Budge Dictionary, Heru. The definition is day. Can you see that? And there's the beautiful metal netter symbol for day, for the sun, for Ra. Y'all see that? Heru, day. Page 450 of the Wallace Budge Dictionary. It's right there in plain sight. This is, in my opinion, guys. This isn't even Saba's opinion. So we've heard from the scientists. Let's break this down, moving right along. So I want to show you guys, I typed in the word light. Let me go show this real quick. So I typed in the word light. I was just curious to know how many words were connected to the word light, right? So I went to relatedwords.io. Anybody can go to www.relatedwords.io, and I put in light, and this is what comes up, light words. And so this is a list of words that are directly related to light. So let's have a little fun with this and look at this. Proton, photon, ablaze, web, shadows, life. Life. Does it say life? Nice. Amber. It's some cool words here. I'm not gonna read all of them. I'm just scrolling through, just showing you guys. You can, do your own research. We can go investigate. But I just wanted to show you guys that it's out there. The information is there. It's hidden in plain sight. It's right there for us to go. So all of these words are directly related to light. And it's about 400 of them. It's about 400. So I was like, you know what? Let me try something. Let me see something. Let's try something here. Let's try something.
Looks like you're scrolling through the matrix.
I am. Yeah, it's a lot of words connected to light, brother. It's a lot of words, brother. All right, so let's type in also related to melanin. Light, melanin. Let's see what comes up. Let's see what they say. Let's have a little fun here. Let's have a little fun. Playing the videos. Ultraviolet, fluorescence, white, luminescence, hair. Wait, hair? Ultraviolet, fluorescence, white, luminous, hair. Those of us that have been a student of Saba know why that relates. So you could go back and check out the book Stepping Out of the Matrix if you want to know how hair relates to light. Our Saba gave a beautiful, beautiful breakdown on that. But that's interesting because a lot of people didn't know that, I bet. So hair, Yeah, hair. I'm not going to get into that build. I'm going to leave that one alone, guys. I'm not going to get into that one. But y'all saw it. You saw it right there, hair. Y'all saw it. Hair is related to light. So now let's see what scientists are doing with the light. Let's see. Hold on. My screen is sharing. Hold on. I think I skipped a. Let's see what scientists. Hold on. Don't go too fast. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. So let's see what scientists are doing with light. Right? As we don't have to use our opinion here. We read the book. So now let's see what science says. So this is what physicists do with light. They order it around. Of those of you that were in Friday's class, then we know what order means. Our Saba broke that down. But let's check this out. To order it around means to give it direction, means to give it a command. So let's see. So we can give light a command. So basically what physicists do with light. So they're giving light a command. Let's see what this brother got to say.
I am Fendi Ojambati. I am an experimental physicist. I tell light where to go in disordered materials.
He tells light where to go.
I'm an experimental physicist and nanotechnologist. I want to lock light inside the ordered media and make the most use of it. I did my bachelor and master in Moscow, and until last year in my master, I had no idea that I'm going to go to Europe. The atmosphere to me is quite important in the group, and when I visited, I really felt like, yes, here I can work because it's really nice here. In Moscow, it's very different because you don't normally talk to professors so freely. You always need to show a lot of respect, and when professors are really very important, then they even don't eat together with you. They just have their own cook or something like that. And here it's really amazing how very bright professors can just spend their lunch and time talking to their students very normally and freely.
My final goal or my dream in my project is to be able to specifically tell light where it should go and how it should behave.
He said that's his dream, to specifically tell light where to go and how it should behave.
Either it should be absorbed,
whether it should be absorbed or stored infinitely.
And also the amount of time it should stay there.
That's what he said.
My final dream.
Basically, the general fundamental question which we all want to answer is how to describe and what happens to light when it enters some complex media. That's why we are called complex photonic systems. So the behavior of the complex system is different from just the sum of the parts of the system, and that's why there are many fundamental questions which you can answer by investigating the complex systems as it's called.
One very interesting moment for me is that I was able to, when I got this result, okay, it's nice, but we need to understand it. We need to know why this is so, what is going on actually. And then we developed a very simple model and to be able to understand the physics of what is going on inside. I just make a comparison of the experimental result with the theoretical prediction, and wow, they just go really very well on top of each other. That's the moment. And what did I say? Wow.
I was spending really a lot of time by fabricating sample, which is basically a piece of silicon with holes. And then I put it in my setup and shine light. And normally silicon reflects some light. And then suddenly when I start to shine light on the silicon with the holes, it starts to reflect more. And it doesn't make any sense if you just think about it. It's a piece of silicon with holes, but it reflects more. And that was really awesome. That means that physics works.
Scribe, that was from your double slit experiment, right? What she was talking about, right?
I'm glad you had subtitles.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to play one more video so we can see what the scientists are doing with this light. So it's something they know. It's something about this melanin. Maybe Saba's on to something. Melanin and dark consciousness. Let's play one more video, guys. So it says, what physicists are doing with light, they're improving our cell phones and computers. Okay. Cool.
My name is Aneta Stodolna, and I am an experimental physicist. I'm using light in order to generate a different light to make microchips. I always found lasers very intriguing because those are quite complicated machines. However, they also require a lot of precision, and I like to be very precise in what I'm doing. And there is always a reward when you are working with lasers, because once you put everything in order precisely, then you are getting really great light out.
Wait. Y'all heard that? Did y'all catch that? Let's run that back one more time. They dropping it on us. She said, once you put the light, she says, and then you really get great light of it. Hold on, let's see what she say. Let's run that back, put that on the screen. She said, there's a reward working with lasers because you order everything precisely. Friday, Saba broke that down about everything being in precise order, didn't he, in the class? I clearly remember that. And then she said,
then you are getting really great light out of it.
Then you can get great light out of it. So when you have Ma'at, then you can get light out of it. Nice.
and you can control it, you can change
Thank
it.
you,
And with this
scientists.
light, you can do really exciting science.
Nice.
So at this moment, we are in a new laboratory for our brand new institute, which is called RCNL, so Advanced Research Center for Nanolithography, where I'm holding a postdoc position in a group which is called Extreme Ultraviolet Light Generation and Imaging. As you can see, we have just moved in. So this laboratory is officially open since November 2014. So we are at the stage when we are building and ordering many equipments. And at this moment, what you can see, I'm sitting on the box where inside there is a microscope. So what we are planning to do in my group is to build a state-of-art laser systems, which we will use in order to generate extreme ultraviolet light from tin atoms. So at this moment, this already exists in industry. However, there is a lot of room for improvement. So we are trying to make this extreme ultraviolet generation as efficient as possible, and we also want to do it in a controlled way. The advantage is that we are doing now something for society. So I, as a physicist who did a fundamental research, never liked the question when people were asking me, so how can we apply this research, like how we as a society can benefit from it? And I never had an answer to that question, whereas now working in RCNL, I have an immediate answer to that question, saying like we are doing research for nanolithography, and every one of us has a mobile phone or a computer, so everyone is benefiting from our research.
Appreciate that, Miss Scientist. Appreciate that. I appreciate you. All right, so I'm going to read an article on PR News submitted by River Road Research explains melanin, which is the primary determinant of skin color, also has various applications as a compound in ultraviolet light and radiation protection, antioxidants, pharmaceuticals, and cosmetics. The most tantalizing applications currently in development are organic battery technologies. You guys remember I had this on my last breakdown, and I went into melanin being more valuable than gold, and here it says the most tantalizing application is the development of battery technology. We saw how light is conscious. Hold on, Stride. Hold on, brother. Not yet. one more, brother. But one more. So another thing that the scientists are doing, this is the last one. What physicists do with light? They are trying to make us into autonomous energy prosumers. Okay. They're trying to make us, right, us into autonomous energy prosumers. Okay, let's see what you got to say. Because this is scientist talking. This is physics.
My name is Anja Bieberle. I'm a material scientist. I use light in order to make a fuel that can be stored and can be used whenever we need it.
Wait, she said make fuel, light to store it to. Hold on, that sounds like a battery. Hold on, let's see what she say.
So my main motivation is that we need more or better energy sources on the large scale, but we also need it for the daily life. And my motivation, for example, is that batteries are always empty, and we are depending on the electricity grid. We have always, every day, to go to the grid to load the computer, to load, depending on the electricity grid. We have always, every day, to go to the grid to load daily life. And my motivation, for example, is that batteries are always empty, and we are depending on the electricity grid. We have always, every day, to go to the grid to load the computer, to load the laptop, to load the smartphone. And I think there we are very much restricted in our lives. So what I like about solar light is that it is for free, and that it's most of the times available, but not always. Therefore, we need to store it. And the photoelectrochemical solar fuel conversion, the idea is that you can store the fuel that you transfer from the sunlight. So what I'm interested in is to understand the limitations at the interface between the electrode and the electrolyte, which is the heart of a photoelectrochemical system. And this I would like to understand. When I understand it, I can fabricate and design electrodes which are better. So my aim is to make better electrodes as they are at the moment. And when they are better, I hope also that industry will be more interested in this kind of solar fuel conversion, and that this will be a boost. I see the approach that I use in first instance for sure for large scale applications, but it would also be nice for small scale applications. Whether this is feasible, whether this can be done in the end, I don't know. What I could imagine, I don't know whether this can be ever realized, but I could imagine that I have, for example, a backpack or a laptop with a membrane where I can make photoelectrochemical solar fuel conversion. So I can make my own fuel, I can store it in a small container, and then use it with a fuel cell to power the laptop or to power a smartphone or something like this. This is very futuristic. So
it's futuristic, huh? Our ancestors been talking about this. So yeah, guys, that's my presentation. I wanted to show all science, as opposed to just talking and giving my opinion and all of that. I wanted to show science, and I wanted to break stuff down. I wanted to show what Saba broke down in the book, and I wanted the scientists to confirm everything that was read. Everything that I read, I showed a video to confirm that, except for the wobble, brother. I had missed that page. But I just wanted to show that. Scribe, you can play the music now. So this is my presentation, and what are they doing with the melanin? So I showed how the melanin is conscious. The scientists showed that from Kaplan University, that melanin is conscious. I showed what the day means. I showed in the dictionary what does it mean. So melanin and dark consciousness, I appreciate everybody's support. Let's do some fun facts real quick before I close out. Some fun facts. So photography means writing with light. Did everyone know that? English astronomer John Herschel, whose father discovered infrared, coined the term photography, which means writing with light. Bioluminescence is the largest source of light in the oceans. 90% of all creatures who live below, or about 1,500 feet, are luminous. So 90% of all the creatures that live 1,500 feet below sea level are luminous. So I know my presentation was pretty fast. I only read a few pages, but I appreciate everybody's support. And with that, I'm going to end my presentation. Peace and love. Hotep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, hold on now. A jiffy is a unit of measurement which dictates how long it takes to travel up to a centimeter. Therefore, saying you'll be done in a jiffy means you'll be done right away. Guys, I know I was done in a jiffy, but I just wanted to have a little fun with light and touch on my Saba's book. And with that, I'm going to end my screen sharing. And that is the end of my presentation. Peace and love. Hotep Maat.
Peace and love, brother. That was interesting. Especially the ending, because if you go to my BitChute, I just put a video up there where Yuval Harari, he's actually bragging about eventually turning all of us into batteries, human cells for the tribe. So that's interesting you brought that up at the end, because I know a little bit about that. They have that technology, else this guy would be bragging recently about it. So that's very interesting. And I like that you touched on not only the etymology, but at the end with photography, because you don't think about writing with light when you say photography. You think about the camera, right? Taking pictures. So that was interesting. I like that you showed science videos, even though they sounded like the Smurfs talking.
I sped it up on purpose because they was long and they wasn't really talking about
a lot.
It was certain pieces that I just wanted out, just to prove the point.
No, I know you did that. So that was good that you brought that information out there, because it helps a lot of people take what you taught tonight and actually apply it into their life today. So very interesting, brother. Thank you.
To our brother.
Yeah, great presentation, my brother. Thank you for bringing forth your information. I always love seeing your mind and the perspective that you bring physically and what you bring forth for us. I always love it. It's very unique and just a whole nother angle. So for that. Yeah, it's very very it can get very fun when dealing with light, and understanding, which of course, like you always brought it back to, this is what the ancient ancestors always taught about, was light and how to manipulate light and turning your body into light, the light body. This is what we always taught, and I love the fact that you always brought it back to that and showing, because sometimes people forget, and thinking that this technology that they're bringing forth, and because they make these really long words, that this is something that we haven't discovered or utilized or mastered prior, so that was definitely fire. Thank you for that, my brother. Yeah, that was great, my brother. I'm definitely gonna go back in, and I would like to go deeper into that into that science center that you brought forth, and see.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Peek in and see some more of what they're doing.
I was gonna tell you to put up the affirmation. I come forth as conscious light. Somebody put that in the chat. Yes, we are conscious light. Light is conscious. We are light beings. That's what it said. That's what Saba has been teaching us. Not know thyself. I was explaining to somebody, and they couldn't grasp it. I had broke it down, and they were struggling with grasping it. And the science is out there, and it's just like the information is there, and what are we doing with it? But what are they doing with our technology? What are they doing with us? See, not showing all those missing children and missing kids, melanated people, all our melanated people. So they studying us. I show how they studying us, and how they. I don't want to get the channel taken down, but peace and love to everybody in the chat. I always appreciate you guys' support. And man, I get stuck in the rabbit hole, man. Sometimes I fall down because, man, I had a whole presentation on the circadian rhythm, and I was like, let me go in a different direction. It was too much stuff adding up. Too much.
Absolutely.
Arcad, you weren't used to doing what you just did, right?
Never. Listen, no. If y'all know what it takes for me to go through this, one day I'm gonna let y'all talk to my Hindu, and she gonna tell y'all what it takes. But it's a beautiful thing though, because the thing about it is that this is the truth, and once we have the knowledge of self, then we can make better decisions. Like I say, everything is a lie. Everything they've taught us about who we are, what we are, it's a lie. Chinese people speak Mandarin. They eat Chinese food. They do karate. They bow. That's part of their culture. What's melanated people's culture? What's African Americans' culture? What's our culture? Fried chicken? What's our language? English? What? I mean, what is it? Who are we for real? Right? We know who we are. Know thyself. I cried when Saba broke down the Shem Suhor. I cried. I wasn't on live at that moment, but I cried because it was the realization of who we were as a people. Because for so long I was lost and I had no clue. I had absolutely no clue. I was in a self-destructive mode, man. I was like, I hated myself. But it didn't manifest that way. It manifested in the way I treated people that looked like me. And I'm so grateful for this knowledge, man, and the knowledge of our ancestors. And I'm eternally grateful to be able to teach my children, the truth versus the lie. I don't have to teach them the lie no more. And that's a beautiful thing, So I just want to shout out to our Saba, Tehuti, Amun, Hotep, Ra, Hail, Kemet, Hail, Saba, Hail, Ahati, Hail, SCRIIIBE, my young brother. Because you brothers motivate me, and you brothers push me to be better. And that's the goal. The goal is to be better. The goal is to evolve. The goal is to be the best version of yourself. And you can't do that if you don't know who you are. If we don't know who we are, we don't but they know who we are, as evidenced by the scientists. They said what they're doing with the technology and how they're using it, and their machines. Man, listen, I'm forever grateful to my ancestors, because I am eternally grateful, brothers. So put the link in the chat if you guys want to join. Come on the panel and come tell us what y'all think about the breakdown. We appreciate the support. teachersofmaat.org. Like, share, comment.
That's
Peace and love to you, Robert
said,
Williams.
That's interesting. You said, well, what is our culture? Because there was a brother on here, not here, he's in Saba's class, and he said that we were a cult. That reminded me of that. We were a cult. In order to be a cult, you have to have some sort of culture, right? So, but yeah, you're right. You're right. That's what we're building right now. And the only way to build that is to educate the public. And then once we have an educated public, we'll have a group of people that want to give back and do service and create that momentum into the future. And not just talk about it. I call them the talk about it. There's plenty of us that are talk about it. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. But let's walk about it. Let's do it. We're those brothers that have been on here for decades.
Exactly.
I'm sick of this, you know?
Exactly.
Well, I'm not sick. Exactly. I'm not sick like I'm frustrated because I know this is the reality, but I don't want to hang with the talk about it. I have not. Listen, if you ain't doing something, I really have nothing to say to you. And it's got to be that blunt because the Tamahu wants us like this. Why do you think we have computers? You think we have all this because that somehow over a couple hundred years technology came and Tom was like, well, we've already been whooping their A's for centuries. Let's give them air conditioners. No, because the more comfortable a person gets, the less likely they're willing to move. When the heat is on my A, I want to move. I want to run through those swamps filled with alligators and take that risk because I don't want to go back to Mr. Johnson's plantation again. But see, now we have computers, we have cameras, we have air conditioning, we have all this stuff. It's a lot easier just to hang out and just say, you know what, maybe I'll get to that tomorrow. So I'm very appreciative of you brothers because these brothers right here not only come out every week here, they're part of Saba Tehuti's Medunetter class. They're part of the pod class. These brothers are literally revolutionizing their way of life and their family's way of life. Arcad's beautiful daughter, I don't know if she's there next to him tonight, but she's usually there falling asleep, absorbing that knowledge into her. Because even at a young age, she realizes that there's something not right when I go out here every day. And it's true. And it's true. And the thing about this is the only way that we can keep motivated and keep doing this if we see the people like Squano and we see the Angelas and the Rebel Minded and even the Tamahus and not Beefies. Even you, because you keep me personally motivated to keep making myself better. Keep making myself better. I remember the days when I was in the Black Power movements and the Tamahu's evil, wrong, and all this stuff. And the Tamahu's an idiot. He's stupid. He ain't smart. Well, the Tamahu's controlling your A right now. Go out there and try to pull something off right in front of him and see how fast they surround you and no sisters or brothers come to your aid. I've been through that. So I have respect for the enemy too. And I respect him to the point to build myself up intelligently enough so that one day our great grandchildren can defeat them. And I said it here. This is public. I'm saying it now because that's how confident I feel with these brothers here. That's how confident I feel with my master teacher, Saba Tehuti. And that's how confident I feel with the people out there right now and in the future. They're like, you know what? I want a culture. I want something that's originally we could call our own, that we can hold in our hand and pass it on to our children. So you know what? If I got to take that risk by saying, yeah, one day I hope we do defeat all this, then we will see those people link up with us and join us because that's what it takes. And the scribe is a powerhouse behind the scenes. He does a lot of work for me. He does a lot of work for me. I can't say this enough. At his age, and that's a whole nother topic because age, once you get out of that matrix, you can be 80 years old and Scribe will still be doing what he's doing.
Yeah, Scribe is the best.
But he is something that was given to us because Saba and I have put in the work, period. Arcad, you're here because you are the exemplar example of growth. People are looking at you and saying, hey, you know, I don't like coming out on public. I don't like computers. I don't like this. I don't like that. But you know what? This guy doesn't like it either, and he's here every week. Who am I? So the point about us is that we're building a movement that's based off of different character attributes of all of us out there, because it's time now. The window is closing on the internet. Like I just said, they already have technology in place to turn us into batteries for them. This is not sci-fi. It's coming. So our window is small. It's not going to last forever. So if you're feeling what this brother just taught tonight, join us. Join us. I'll say it for him because he's usually saying it. If you feel what Arcad taught you tonight, join us. If you respect what SCRIIBE does, join us. Or if you're just plain old curious, join us too. And before I stop, I want to give a shout out. 2 things. I want to invite the active members up to show, to come on and show yourself and speak about what's going on. And then I want to give a special shout out to my teacher, Tehuti Amenhotep Ra, because really none of this would be possible without him. He is my inspiration. Without him, I don't exist. And I said this last week, and I mean it. Without Tehuti, there is no Ahati. There's a Hebrew Israelite version of me, arguing and all angry and struggling. I'm probably in jail, prison right now. That's the guy before I soaked in, because just listening to Saba and not doing anything, in my experience, you're going to be the same person. If that's who you want to be, that's great. Me, I wanted change, and I wanted drastic change. So after a while, when I digested the food for knowledge that he was giving me, this is what you have. You have great brothers surrounding me and surrounding him. You have great sisters. The sisters are in the background. A lot of them are in the background. I have a sister that I'm proud of, and she knows who she is, and she's taking great initiative on her own. She came to me, and that's why I explained in the beginning that just because it says active and non-active, the active part is more of you get to see a face in the movement. But there are people in the background working for us as well. So finally, the vision for us here is to meet live in person eventually. I have a great vision to get Saba his own meeting place. I don't know the exact details right now, but it will come to fruition because this has. And then we all meet up and celebrate our ancestry, meaning we go through the Medu Neter holidays. I don't like that word because holiday means holy day, and it goes back to those people. But we have our celebrations for our leadership, for you, for Kemet, and we meet up and make this thing a true reality. So once again, Arcad, thank you, and I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother. To our SCRIIBE. Put the link in the chat for people to join us.
Yeah, the link is in the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat. So Sadeeki, good brother, you can hit that link and come up and join us. There you are, right on time, my brother. Peace.
Good brother.
Peace, brothers.
Peace, brother.
Hey, Arcad, that was a beautiful presentation, brother.
I appreciate it, brother.
Hey, I told him about y'all want to see that lizard. He been coming in there every 5 minutes. But can I go on now?
Yeah, let's
bring the lizard. Show it. Let's see it.
Peace, Israel.
He been pulling in there every 5 minutes.
That's great. Where'd he go? He disappeared.
He went to get the lizard. There you go.
All right. Nice. Hold it up to the camera. There you go. Oh, that's cool. Yes.
Nice. What's his name?
He said, what's his name?
Sedona.
Who?
Sedona.
He said Sedona.
Sedona. Nice. That's what's up.
Got a Martian connection.
Nice. That's what's up. That's what it's about. It's about the kids, man. We got to teach our children the right way.
What do you feed them, Israel? What do you feed them, young brother?
Crickets.
Yeah, I have some tarantulas. They love crickets. They jump right on them. That's nice. That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you think about what your dad's into? You like it?
My dad petted it and almost fell.
Huh?
He said his dad petted it and it almost fell.
Oh, he doesn't want to touch it. That's great.
Oh, brother, nice.
Well, it's good to have you, young brother, here around your father, who is doing great things, doing a lot of great work, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, it was crazy that my first time, like, he always carried it, but when I had touched it, it jumped it, like, you know, like it almost knew the touch, like the feeling, like it wasn't used to me touching on it. But yeah, like I said, okay, that was a beautiful presentation. You know,
I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, you really come, like, for you to say, you know, you wasn't used to being in front of the screen. It's like
Oh, not at all, bro.
It's like the presentation you gave today. It's almost like you've been on the screen. You know what I'm saying? It's like you keep evolving, like you keep elevating. That's a beautiful thing, and it just goes to show you how great of a teacher that Saba is. Like I can't give enough credit to the Saba. I told the first time I saw it, right, I just knew something was different about it, and I've been on binge watching. I don't think it's a video I haven't saw of him. As a matter of fact, right, the last bill Saba just did on Friday. I got a brother, right, that I have met. He from Detroit. He Hebrew Israelite. Now I give him credit, like when it comes to like technology and things like information and stuff like that. He's sharp when it comes to it. But when I always talk about Saba, right? Now he know the Hebrew and the Commission, you know, thing like Hebrews don't even exist, right? So I told him he was talking about the bill and the Lord and all that. So I gotta hear this. So he turned it on. We watching it. He listening to it. He was like, he kind of sound like me. You know, that was his way. You know, that was his way of saying like yeah, he good. And then when he got to listening to him, he was like, oh yeah, I gotta check another video out of him. I want to make sure he ain't a one-hit wonder. That just goes to show you. I just said that to say that, like the magnetic power, right? That Saba teaching having. That just goes to show you, like, that to me, that's the truth. I done read so many different books. I done built with so many different schools of thought. But when it comes to this is like next level. It's next level.
Yeah, that's a fact, brother. I agree with you. I totally agree, bro. And that's the thing, bro. If you look at you say you binge watched them, brother. I was there for every video, brother. I was there for every class, from except for I didn't get hip to Saba until he went on to KP. But once I got hip to him there, then it made me. But that was early, and then I went back to some of his debates, and yeah, I'm there, brother. And I had no intention on teaching. I just wanted to learn, and I still feel like I just want to learn. So I appreciate the support that y'all give me, because, man, I just want to learn, you know. And I'm not really I had no intention. I didn't know that it would lead to this, right? I didn't know that it would be this beautiful. I figured that the knowledge would be great, right? That it would lead to something. But what it has led to right now, with me actually having this interaction and conversation with you, I had no idea, my brother. So I'm learning as I'm teaching. You know, it's like, and this is the thing, why, you know how long it takes me to do that? It takes me forever, because I'm down the rabbit hole, bro. I'm like, which direction to go in? Like, what am I? Listen, it's beautiful. I'm not even saying it. That's another thing, how they trick us with the language. And we'll say it's not beautiful. No, it's beautiful, brother, because all I want to do is learn. I just want to learn and be the greatest. Like Saba said, he wants us to be who we're supposed to be. And that's what this knowledge is doing for us. It is telling us and showing us who we are. And guess what? You can go find out on your own. Look at Scribe's presentations. You think mine is good? Look at Scribe's presentation, brother. This is who I'm standing next to. I'm standing next to greatness. Ahati.
All the brothers.
Have you read his book, brother? Have you read the brother's book? Ahati? Have you read Ahati's book?
I got Ahati's book.
Brother, I'm standing next to greatness, my brother. So it's like I have to, you know, and it's no competition. I'm not trying to compete with them. I'm just trying to do better than I did before. I'm trying to be better. I'm working on me, brother. Patah Hotep. I'm working on me.
And that's
I'm just trying to be the best version of me. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
That's another beautiful thing about this, right? It's never no competition. It's always compliments, and you know, if a brother do correct them, it's just okay, and they keep it moving. It's like that thought you don't marinate, you don't think about it later on. Hey, brother, what you mean by that? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the brotherhood. It's just the love that's being shown. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so beautiful about it. That's why I know I'm in the right spot. And I just want to know Sabatah. I mean it from the bottom of my heart, on the breath of both of my kids. You got a warrior behind you. I ain't going like I said, I ain't going nowhere till I transition. And I mean that and I've been through a lot, brother. And look, and I know you from YouTube.
Yes, hey, brother, I echo that sentiment, because you know what? Hey, listen, what's real is real. And if what they say, real recognize real, right? I know that's cliche, and I'm not even using it in them terms, but you know the truth, nothing but the truth and Ma'at. That's it. That's all we was looking for. So we're on that same frequency. It's no competition. So I agree with you, brother. And I'm gonna be making that trip out to LA to go get my REN soon. Me and that good brother Scribe. So
I can't wait till I put in enough work to be able to make that trip as well.
I'm with you, brother. It's gonna happen, brother. It's definitely gonna happen. But yeah, I came out of Islam, and you know, and the thing about religion, when you're when you believe, right? Because a belief is something you don't know for sure, but you trust, right? When you believe something, it kind of puts a block up a little bit for you to receive new information. You know, so it's hard, because if you already know about your religion, quote unquote, then it's hard for you to accept new information, even if it's the truth. You understand? So that's how you know it's deeper than rap, brother. So I know you say you met him from YouTube, and so did I. And I echo your sentiment. About our Saba, because now I'm going to represent the truth until I transition. And all my brothers that represent the truth.
And like Saba so true to his roots, right? I watched him during that Zion Lex, the debate or whatever, right? And he was talking about a conversation that they had prior to them going onto the air. Now the brother Zion Lex was talking about a presentation he wanted to do or something, and Saba was like, "All right, that's cool or whatever. Like, I'm not against that if you want to produce that or whatever, right?" But like he said, I want to have the same interaction conversation that I had with Jabari, and it was crazy. It was funny that like during the beginning half of the conversation, Sinetta was agreeing with Saba. Everything he was saying, he was like, yeah. Like it wasn't like no debate type of thing. And then it was crazy how it ended up turning into that. and Zion Lex still got rocked to sleep. And the people in the comments were still voting for Saba, and Satnetta got in his feelings, and he got mad at the chopper, like, man, I mean the chat, like, F what y'all talk about, man. Zion Lex won. And then I was just like, and like Saba said, man, he called Satnetta out on that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he told him that wasn't my eye. You know what I'm saying? He said, I talk to you later though, but he said, I just want one time I can come up here and I could just debate one person. You know, I ain't gotta talk to all these different people. You calling somebody up. And it was like that was the same thing on every episode. You know, you got Dr. Reggie coming on there. You got the one brother, Rob Bourne, he coming on there after the fact. But it's like none of them brothers called Saba out afterwards. Not one. Not one. They all want to debate the same little crew that's over there on Satnetta. But none of them never called the top dog out. You know,
it's the truth. You know what's funny? I find funny when you read the comments. So we know Ma'at, right? But then you'll read like a comment or something, and you'll be like, how do they not, like, what are they missing? Like, how, like, it's the frequency. It's right there. The truth is there, and they still miss it. That is, you gotta know it's the frequency, brother. Like he said, how the Greeks couldn't say certain words. If you're not on a particular frequency, you're just not. And it's just not very apparent. But then when you see stuff like that in the comments, where you're like, wait, hold on now, what are they talking about? Like, wait, what are they seeing? Like, then you start to look around the world and see how people see the truth or not. Listen, man, it's energy, brother. The truth is the truth, man. I can't listen. It's nothing more for me to say, brother.
What's going on, Scribe? Talk to us. We talk back.
Nothing.
The truth.
Yeah, you know, I just love listening to great brothers communicate, man, and talk and build. You know, I am the owl, so you may just see me and not hear me a lot. But yeah, I mean, I definitely appreciate you, my brother, you know, and your energy that you bring to us. You know, it's definitely a breath of fresh air. You know, it's you know, I and also just love seeing people recognize Saba for what he does and what he brings forth. You know, he's very calculated and lethal with the way that he you know, approaches being seen and allowing us to see that and witness that and learn from that. You know, that's why he's definitely the Saba, leading by example, of course, always. That's one of the most powerful ways of teaching, in my humble opinion, is leading by example, and to be able to communicate and learn from Saba is just absolutely something I don't take for granted, you know, which is why we're here now doing what we're doing, to build and expand on what he started for us, you know, and it's something that's rooted in facts, and it's solid. You know, it can't only we can break down what we're building, you know, and that's why, you know, from the beginning, from the ground up, from the root up, this is something that's there's a conscious energy with us, you know, just like the great brother Arcad, what we've been breaking down with light, and light being conscious and being able to control the light, being able to control specific aspects of photons through observation and through paying attention, through mental instruction, you know, and this is something that we're doing and implementing on a consistent basis. And the more that we have these classes and we learn from the great master teachers, you know, and in Ahati too, when I say that, we gain more arsenal for us, because we definitely are in a battle and we are in a war, you know, and this is why it's such a powerful thing. And you know, and to be able to bring people together, especially the warriors, bringing the warriors out, and being able to solidify and protect what we're building. What's the point of building something if you can't protect it, right? I mean, there's no point. So we're bringing, Saba Tehuti is bringing forth a different type of conscious energy and bringing forth warriors who are teachers as well. So it's a beautiful mixture, and we definitely appreciate, you know, you and your presence and the work that you're doing for us as well, my brother. So to you,
too, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all too, man. I'm so glad I found y'all. Like, it's a beautiful thing. Y'all just don't understand, like, the crisis that I've been going through in my life, the roller coaster ride. So to come in contact and develop a camaraderie with genuine brothers, it's like, you know, that's something I thought I'd never find. Like, I sit in this room all day, go through these little books, might come out, give me something to drink, take a shower or something. I'll be back in this room because I feel like that's the only camaraderie I got until I ran across Saab, and I was like, hold up, something different about him. You know, like his calmness, you know, he never got out his body, you know, he was always the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like each time, every time I see him on camera, no matter if people called him names or nothing, the brother always was real humble. So I pay attention to things like that, because like the Ahati, like you said, like how you used to be, you know, all aggressive.
Hey, I don't want to stop you. Be humble,
go ahead,
right?
go ahead, brother.
But he's, I don't know, I want you to finish building, but what you don't know is what's understood don't need to be said, brother. So when you said that, I witnessed the same thing, and I was like paying attention to what he wasn't saying, and I was like, oh yeah, nah, it's different. They don't want no smoke, man. Like, it's totally different. He don't even gotta say it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he humble, but it's like what's understood don't need to be discussed. Like, I'm listening to them disrespect him too. I was like, man, and I thought about it. I was like, oh, then it was hilarious. I was like, they just don't know. Oh, they don't know for real. They really don't know. Man,
Yeah.
listen, brother.
And another thing, I be checking the comments too. When you read the majority of the comments be talking about Saba.
Mm-hmm.
They be talking about his style, like, you know what I'm saying, going in on how the other contestant was like all arrogant and things in that nature. And it was just like, just giving Saba his props. And so it was like, regardless of what Sinetta was talking about, regardless of what little ambush plan they put together behind the scenes, it didn't work.
Never
like
worked, brother.
The truth is always gonna stand.
That's a fact.
Because we done found the truth now. See, before we had a bunch of individuals researching a couple books, regurgitating stuff they done read out them books, but they really not showing you connecting the dots. Now we got a teacher that's actually showing and proving to us, connecting the dots. Like we said, like the challenge he put out, ain't nobody addressed it yet. If there's a teacher out there that
put
can
the link
answer
in the
questions, put the link in the chat. I ain't seen one yet. And then the thing, right, when the Saba was talking about the sound frequency, and they was asking could it had it any healing powers, the first thought that came to my mind, I had watched this it was about a brother. He was in the nursing home. He was older, and you know his daughter still came to visit him, and you know she still was there for him or whatever, right? And they was like he couldn't even answer like simple yes and no questions, and they put some music on from his time era. And as soon as they put the music on, it's almost like he just came, his spirit just quickened. And he got to singing the music, and they got to asking him questions, and he got to telling you who the artist was, what year it came out, what was going on during that time. I was like, damn, all that because of the music, the vibrational frequency of the music.
Yep. Saba did a class on that. Beautiful breakdown.
That's what I was thinking about when he did the class. That's what came to mind.
Yeah, Saba's breakdowns is the best, brother.
Hey man, Saba the best teacher I'd have ran across, hands down.
Saba, that's a fact.
And I'm talking about, bro. I spent money like whenever I get my tools and fuels. This is what I spend it on. Look, I got books all over here, every shelf, bro. This is what I like to do. I like to read, and when I say it's an understatement when I say Saba the best teacher. Like it's like you can't even categorize it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't talk about no man like this, no man. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be something special about Saba. You know what I'm saying? For me to want to join, I say, you know, man, I'm been an active member, man. I don't even know what the active member really like, what the actual activity entails. But I'm joining it, though.
Brother, we building it from the ground up, brother. Because there's never been another community or nation, brother. We building a nation, brother. We building it right now from the ground up.
And see, I'm so proud to be here at the preliminary stages. You know, I don't want to come when the bandwagon already going. You know, I want to go when we putting it together.
Foundation is Ma'at, brother. We're building it from the ground up. So join us, teachingsofma'at.org. Peace and love to everybody in the chat. We got 19 people out there. Peace and love. We appreciate everybody's
subscribe button.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Ahati, my brother, you got anything?
General? We're gonna wrap this up about 5 minutes. So everybody can give a closing. I'm just soaking up the interaction between you brothers, the great harmony that was going on. The scribe said something that was impactful about the intelligent warriors, the warrior scribes. And then right over here is Amun and Horemheb. Horemheb is my one of my great ancestors, and he started out as what would be called the top general. And then he was a scribe at the same time, and then he himself became an Asu, or what's being called a pharaoh today. So in our culture, everything connects. There's no separating. Sadeeki is this, Arcad is that. So Arcad can't get knowledge in what I have. So no, because if anything ever happens to any one of us, we need to pick up that ball and keep running. And that's the whole point of this movement. The movement is not based on even just Saba, because Saba could not be around tomorrow morning. Then what are you gonna do? Everybody's gonna scatter? No, we just pick up what he taught us and we keep running and we keep running and we keep moving forward. That's the plan with here. And Sadeeki said it very well. Brother has great vocal power. I can see great things for you in the future, my brother, with us. And but he said something he said something very impactful. He said something that I didn't even know what active meant. And that's the point, because he sees us every week doing this. He sees how Saba teaches every week, and he doesn't see any deviation from the truth. And that will inspire you more than anything we teach you. I will say that again. It was what Saba first showed me when I met him, when he didn't condemn me. I was smoking cigarettes. I was smoking weed, 9 blunts a day, because I'm in LA, and I just got to try all the weed because I'm in LA from the programming. And then I looked at Saba one day. I said, this guy doesn't do anything, but he's higher than me. I looked at my wallet. I had a couple bucks in it. I looked at the Jesus guys I was hanging with, because, you know, most of us are following Jesus, and we get high and speak about Jesus and Islam and all that. I looked at them, invited Saba to go talk with them. Within a day, these guys started dropping off like flies. So the point that I'm making is, we can sit here all day and tell you anything, but what's going to speak more to you is your vision. And that's why our ancestors first wrote with images, because it is the picture that we're painting for you that will impact you more than anything me, Saba, or anyone else could teach you. And I hope that those of you that have been with us for a while can see that. And I know you do, because you appreciate us. And for those in the future, because I'm always thinking to the future, like the Tom I'm always looking to the future. The children are watching. His son his son Israel is watching him. He's watching him, and he wouldn't be eager to come on and show his lizard if he wasn't interested. So we have to always be conscious of that too. And then finally, my brothers, before we leave, and you can give your great goodbyes to the future Sadeekis, Arcads, and Scribes. If I had only 100 more of you, this would be done. We would have what we want, and the dream would be almost complete. That's all it takes. There's no other sisters or brothers like us. Even you in the chat. You're on the same frequency as us. There's no one like us. And that's okay. We don't have to be like these other people. That's the point. One of Maat's definitions is to cut, to separate. And that's a great thing, to separate from the negativity, from the chaos. And so be proud of yourselves tonight. I'm glad everybody came out and supported us. I'm glad to the brothers on the panel, as always, that you represented, especially the new brother Sadeeki, who's full of the cool energy. He's just full of that fire. And I can't wait, man. I have visions for you. I can't tell you yet, but I have visions for you that you would be, man, I can't do that. You might not say that, but I have great visions for you, brother, leading. And
thank you, bro.
Talk about that. And but anyways, Scribe, take it over, and then Arcad, everybody just close out.
All right, so I'll just echo what the great Tehuti resonates on.
But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
Why is that?
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Because
there is no spoon.
And as long as we remember that and stick together as one, we'll be able to achieve everything that we want. And that's what we're doing, you know. So come in, help us build this, walk with us through this journey, and leave a legacy for the next generation to hold on to. All right, so peace and love. Shout out to everyone in the chat who comes and who's with us consistently, giving us your attention, because without it, this never happens. Our links for our Cash App and our PayPal is posted. It's in the description as well. So if you appreciate this episode or what we're doing and want to assist and help us build in what we're doing, our links are posted. So you can send your love and your reciprocity to us. And we always acknowledge those who help and support us in our newsletter every week. So that's available. And also just be posting in the chat some content that you all would like to see. You know, what would you all like for us to go into? That'll be very interesting to see what you all would want to see from us. So you know, leave a comment in the chat to give us a direction as to what you all would like to see. All right, so peace and love, and Ahati Maat to everyone out there. Peace and love.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I just want to say thank you, brothers, man, for the warm embrace, man, the brotherly love. Shout out to the sisters, you know, that's on board, you know, that's teaching my eye. And you know, hopefully, you know, if individuals out there is really serious about changing their life, they're not content with the ways things is going in their life, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to try different things. And my eye, it's not just a different thing; it's the only thing. And that's what I leave y'all with. Peace.
Peace and love. Hotep to the chat. Appreciate everybody's support. Thanks for showing up and showing love as always. I echo your sentiment, brother. All I wanted was the truth. And on my journey, you know, I found Saba was the only one at out there giving the whole truth. So, you know, once I realized that it was him, that was it. I didn't. It wasn't no need in entertaining myself no more. You know, my mission was to continue, you know, and just continue to gain knowledge and you know, just expand. So for me, like I had never had no intention on teaching. I just wanted to learn. But in teaching, I'm learning, you know, and I'm so honored to be standing next to you, wonderful brothers. And you know, with that, I'm gonna close it out. Ahati, you want me to? You want to say some words before I? Okay. Peace and love. Hotep to the
peace,
chat.
bro.
Peace and love. Teachingsofmaat.org.
All right, bro.
Peace, bro.
Nice build, Arcad.
Hotep. Thank you, brother. Tua.
No doubt. What's up, bro?
Tua, Hotep. Want to put up the... So, peace and love to the chat, everybody. Thanks for coming out. We're going to end it. Peace and love to you. We're going to end it as we always do with our beautiful affirmation on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Unki Maat, Un-N-S, Nintet Oset Maat, Menhepapet Maat, Her in Kui, Per Iku. I live for Maat. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Maat. Every day I advance towards Maat. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.
But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.